If you want it all from your exhaust, fantastic sound, high quality materials, and classic good looks, but you don't want to pay the price or have the complication of a full catback, then the Borla ATAK Axle-Back we have here will be the perfect choice for your 2024 and newer Mustang GT. Combining excellent build quality with a classic muscle car look and an absolutely awesome noise, this exhaust is the perfect choice for the S650 GT owner who wants it all. However, make no mistake, this is actually pretty darn loud. On our loudness meter, this is going to get a 4 out of 5. It's definitely enough to make a big difference in the experience of driving your car, but there's some clever engineering baked in to make it pleasant for a daily driver. Borla is well known in the enthusiast community for making some of the best exhausts you can buy, especially when it comes to how they sound, and their ATAK series is the loudest of the bunch. Like you heard in the clips at the beginning of the video, you are going to get that deep, aggressive, race car inspired note on the outside. It really just amplifies and refines the trademark Coyote V8 wail that we all know and love. It is truly a great sound, and it just gives you more of that full-bodied muscle car noise that makes the Mustang such a fan favorite in the first place. Now this system is an axle-back, so it's going to replace your factory mufflers and over-axle pipes, and while you'd think that wouldn't make a huge difference, it really does. Now making the Coyote V8 sound good is not hard to do, but balancing a good sound profile and volume in a way that won't make your ears bleed is a much harder thing to accomplish, and that's where Borla does it better than most others. Now the key is right there in the name, ATAK. That name is actually an acronym that stands for Acoustically Tuned Applied Kinetics, which is a Borla exclusive technology that allows them to tune each of these exhausts for a specific vehicle application. They also use another cool piece of engineering called polyphonic harmonizing technology, which sounds like some made-up buzzword, but that's exactly the point. There's no buzz. This is essentially the same type of science that goes into tuning pipe organs or other wind instruments. Borla uses different types of pipe to control the exhaust frequencies, and hopefully you can see some of that inside of the mufflers here. Now these trick bits utilize different sizes and diameters of piping, perforated tube-shaped cores, and different patterns within to create multiple tones that harmonize and give you that pleasant sound. Now having the frequencies harmonized means that obtrusive or dissonant sounds are completely eliminated, so you get that really nice sound and the volume that you want with absolutely no drone, and that's especially trick because these have no packing in them. So even though this is going to be louder inside the cabin than your stock exhaust, you're actually going to be able to enjoy it even on a longer road trip. You may need to turn the volume up on your favorite song or speak up to talk to your passenger, but when an exhaust sounds this good, I think that's a small price to pay, especially since you don't get any drone. Now, of course, too, we should talk about the tips. These are 4-inch black chrome tips. Now, these are a little bit larger in diameter than your factory setup, so it's very much a subtle change in the appearance. It's a more stealthy approach when it comes to the look, and that dark chrome really finishes the whole thing off nicely. Borla also offers this same exhaust with a couple different types of tips, and we have those available on your site in case you prefer a different look. As far as construction goes, this is a really high quality system, as we've come to expect from Borla. They make all of their exhausts out of T304 stainless steel, so you're going to get excellent corrosion and rust resistance here. Everything is made from T304, the inlet pipes, the mufflers, all the way back to the tips. So this is about as good a quality as you're going to find pretty much anywhere. And as you can see, it's just a nice looking exhaust too. All the welds are good, and you've got reinforcements for your hangers here too. The piping is 2.5 mandrel-bent tubing all the way through, so there's no weird restrictions, wrinkles, or anything like that in the system. That means the exhaust gases will flow smoothly through the system, allowing your engine to breathe better than stock and reduce back pressure, which can mean better power and response for you. Pricing for this one comes in at about $1,000, putting it in the middle of the category when compared to other axle-backs for these cars. It does far undercut a comparable catback system, and it sounds arguably just as good, and it's a little bit easier to install. The build quality and the sound here are more than worth spending a bit extra to get this versus some other competitors, especially since you know you're not going to have to deal with any drone issues. If you want something that's going to sound good, be enjoyable, and last you a long time, the ATAK is an excellent choice for your build. Installation will come in at a 2 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you a little under 2 hours to complete. This is designed to be a bolt-on installation, and it will use your factory exhaust hanger location, so it's a pretty straightforward process, and we're going to walk you through that process right now, step by step, as we head out to the shop.
Tools required for this install include an impact gun, a 15mm socket, and a Sawzall. Today we're installing an axle-back exhaust on our Mustang. First, we're going to watch a quick uninstall video showing you where to make the cut on your stock exhaust, and I'll meet you back here for the install.
All right, so once you have your Mustang in the air, either on the lift or jack stands, we're going to mark our spot on the exhaust and we're going to make our cut. Now you can take this entire exhaust off and cut it separately, but I think it's a little bit easier to cut it on the car, and it doesn't actually need to come off, so we can do it right on the car. Let's grab a Sharpie and make our mark. All right, so we're going to cut right after this 90-degree bend. You want to make sure that you're cutting in the straight section, and you want to give yourself as much of the straight section as you can for the exhaust to clamp onto. So our mark is going to go right at the end of the 90-degree bend and the beginning of this straight here. So right about this area. You can get a straight edge if you want to be more precise. All right, once our mark is made, we're grabbing our reciprocating saw and we're going to make our cut. Try to make sure your cut is as straight as you possibly can so your exhaust can slide over the pipe nicely. All right, at this point, we're gonna remove the large muffler now that it is off the exhaust. We're gonna take it out of the hanger here. If you don't wanna take it out of the hanger, you can remove the two 13mm bolts that hold the hanger bracket on there. We're gonna use one of these hanger tools to just push the posts out of the rubber hanger itself. Okay, now we can repeat that process on the other side. Again, we're going for the end of the 90. We're gonna make a mark as straight as we can, all the way around. Just try to keep our cut as straight as possible. All right, now we can grab our saw and make our cut. I don't know if I said before, but make sure you're using the proper safety equipment, and you might want to grab a friend to put a hand on the muffler as you're cutting. So go ahead and make your cut. All right, go ahead and take your muffler out again. If you have a second set of hands here, it could be helpful. Just make sure you're careful as it's gonna fall as soon as it's loose.
So now that we have our exhaust cut, we're ready to install our new muffler. So I'm gonna take a clamp, slide it onto the edge of my pipe, and then I'm gonna be putting my hanger rod into my isolator first, and then we'll slide our pipe over our stock exhaust. So now just work your pipe on there, and then we'll slide our clamp into place and tighten that down. So now we're just gonna slide our clamp right to the edge of our muffler pipe and take a 15mm socket to tighten it down. And then you can repeat that exact same process on the other side. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the Borla ATAK Axle-Back Exhaust with black chrome tips for your 2024 and newer Mustang GT without active exhaust. Thank you for watching, and for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.